And we're back from our little bug problem. Um, and we're making our way south. I want to go check out where this road goes. I have a feeling it goes to the hub, but we're going to see. Okay, so that way goes back to the other town. We're going to see where this way goes. Hey, welcome back, Bullet. Yeah, I heard like a year ago when I first got into this game. It was really from watching. Did I ever tell you how I got into 7 Days? I'd been playing. God, what was it? I forget what it was I'd been playing, and I needed a break. And I just got in. I was watching a bunch of YouTube stuff about another game that I was thinking about playing, and I ran into, like, you know how it'll just randomly play videos like after you play a video, and I was reading stuff and wasn't paying attention, and it just played a few other videos, you know, after this one, and I wound up on a playlist of that Skippy 0330, whatever, Skippy, who does the YouTube videos for this game. And I just got engrossed, and I didn't know anything about the game. I'd heard of it. I'd seen it on sale and stuff, but, I don't really do zombie games, like, pretty much on paper. And so I didn't pay a whole lot of attention. But I got engrossed in it, and I wound up, like, spending, like, a weekend watching, like, 17 hours of his Let's Plays. And finally I was like, all right, I gotta play this game. This game looks freaking wicked. So I did. So that's when I started. From looking at my achievements, I think I started like August 1st of last year. But after a marathon weekend of watching his videos. But reason I get into all of that is he does both console and PC stuff, and he I remember him talking about do you know him personally? That's pretty cool. I'm sorry you had a falling out. But but I remember from his videos him saying that, like, at whatever point, because it was a few months to a year earlier, when these videos were done that I was watching, and he said that, like, mini bikes caused all kinds of freaking problems, or there were just all kinds of problems with them on console. Like, he had a thing where, like, he would, like, whenever he wasn't riding his mini bike, he would disassemble it and stick it in a box just because of problems it would cause. Alright, we're not getting into Wasteland. So I'm gonna kind of get out here, past this guy, and look at the map. Or maybe got a whole train of them here. This should be good right here. Let's take a quick gander. Okay, well, it looks like it misses the hub. So, cool. I just wanted to see where that went. Yeah, I could see that being pretty annoying. Yeah, that's why I mean like every single day I get somebody in the channel who wants to start a multiplayer game. And I always tell them I'm not playing any multiplayer while the game's so unstable, you know, which is true. I don't want to play while the game is so unstable, but it's kind of an excuse because I really just don't want to play with other people. to be to be honest with you, I don't want to deal with other people and their bullshit. You know, it's like I mean, time is an element in this game, and you waste a lot of time dealing with other people. I just want to do my own thing. Plus, it's a very creative game. You know, like as far as building stuff goes, and you know how you approach your, you know, for lack of a better way of putting it, your workflow, like how you organize what, you know, your sort of way of going forward and all that. And I think I mentioned I used to work in the motion picture industry, and I've you know been, you know, on teams trying to coordinate creative endeavors and whatnot, and there's like just nothing fun about sorting out all that crap with other people, and it's just like I just would just rather just do my own thing and just not have to deal with it, honestly. Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure. Well, right now it's just completely unstable in multiplayer. I mean, I was helping Russ Lord. He was having trouble. He's new to the game, and he was having trouble getting started. Like he couldn't get anything done apparently. So I jumped in a multiplayer game with him. I had him host so he could screw around with it when I wasn't around, and jumped in there and kind of helped him get through the first couple days. Kind of showed him, you know, what order to do things in, and you know, just kind of how to go about it. And he did great, and he's apparently on his feet now, and that's awesome. I'm glad I could help. But I mean, we had regular crashes like every night. You know, at the end of every game day, we had crashes. Let's see, it's now what, 3 o'clock? Probably ought to figure out some place. Ah, damn it! I meant to bring those cobblestones in case I secured a joint. Let's see. So the Shamway is back there. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not completely antisocial. I love multiplayer games, and if you're with good people and whatnot, and you know, it's not that. It's just, you know, Captain Randoms coming in my stream, you know, asking to play. You know, my favorite are the ones who like you've never seen them before. They've never said anything in chat, and like the first, and like when I tell them no, you know, like pretty much they leave. Pretty much the only thing you ever hear from them is, "Can I play?" And I'm like, well, I don't know. Do you have the game? You know, is that what's keeping you from playing? They're like, no. Can I join you? And I'm like, yeah, by all means. Some random person that I don't know. You know, I want you to come into my game that I've been streaming for 100 hours. You know, by all means, come on in. You know, interfere with what I'm doing, fuck up my base, screw it, you know, destroy my POIs, kill me, you know, when I'm not you know what I mean? I mean, it's just hilarious, you know, and it's like I've never seen a game like this, honestly. I haven't done tons of streaming, but I've done a bit, and I've been, you know, probably watched 10 times more streams than I've, you know, 100 times more streams than I've actually done myself. And either as a viewer or a streamer, I've never seen a game like this where just people routinely show up in streams wanting to like join the game that you're streaming. Like, it's just bizarre to me. Like, it just, like, that's all I can figure is that, like, either these people were completely ignorant of the fact that you can go on the Reddit and post and have people to play with in 10 minutes, or they want to come troll you in your game while you're streaming because they think it's funny. You know, I'm kind of leaning towards the latter being the case most of the time. That's what I assume. Because it just doesn't make any sense. I've never seen any other game where people just show up in streams wanting to join the game that you're streaming. It's just, I don't know. Am I crazy or is that just weird? And it's not like one or two people. It's like literally every day or two while streaming this game. It was last fall too when I was streaming that other one. Alright, I think I'm just going to start in this corner, and this is where we'll coordinate from, because we can... Yeah, I think the fat lady's singing on this one. Not because I'm gonna quit, but I think like there are problems coming. Because I'm getting a lot of like input lag, like over the last bit, and weird glitching. Did you see when I killed this guy? Like how it lagged, how the video lagged on that? I wonder, you know, I put a lot of markers around. I like to mark stuff on the map. I can't help but wonder if maybe that's like contributing to my problem. Like if it's just something that the game. Oh shit, that scared me. Something that the game just doesn't handle very well. Let's go, sweetheart. This way. This way. Come on. Unbelievable. You know, take a step to the right. Thank you. Did you ever get revenge? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, I mean, you know, I mean, as involved as this game is, I mean, I'm not a newbie anymore, but I'm kind of new to the, you know, some of the higher end stuff. Definitely, you know, I mean, in console terms, I think I've pretty much got it. You know, definitely new to all the PC stuff, but that doesn't mean I just fell off a turnip truck. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, yeah, you know, just some guy you've never seen or heard of before shows up in your stream and wants to join your game. Oh yeah, yeah, come on in. Fuck the whole thing up, please. Was this on console? And like, were you streaming? That's pretty funny. How did this guy wind up in your game? Was it one of those like open games where anybody can join, or did he hit you up for an invite somehow, or like how did all that come about? I'm just curious. I thought about doing one of those open games and just like hunting down people that join for sport. but but I've screwed around with it. I mean, not for that purpose, but I've started those, and it's you can't change the. You don't have a lot of control of the game options. Like it's just standard options, and it's all 60-minute days. And I'm not a big fan of the 60-minute days. Personally, it's just too breakneck for me. So like this guy actually like coordinated with you on another. God, that's just ridiculous. That's just like see, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not like a PvP purist. I don't always play. I don't always play PvP. In fact, I usually don't. But I do have an appreciation for it. I've had some like really good experiences with good PvP. Like EverQuest. There was a PvP server, and that game is like specifically not designed for PvP, and PvP was way out of balance and kind of screwed up, and there was a lot of griefing that went on and whatnot. But there was one server, one special rule set PvP server that I played on in the relatively early days. Um, and it was freaking awesome. And like, and it was hard and unforgiving, and you could like, really get pwned a lot if you didn't like, do the right things, even if you did do the right things. But there's like there's kind of like an honor system to PvP. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of one of those things like, I mean, on one hand, it's kind of like hockey. If the other team sees stitches, they're going to try to open them up again. So you never bitch about anything. You never complain about getting killed or any of that. And if you do rat bastard stuff to people, you got to expect them to do it to you. But, within those guidelines, I mean, pretty much everybody knows what they're getting into when they log into a PvP environment. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it cool. It's harsh. It's hard. You've got actual thinking, breathing, thinking people after you. Not just AI. Oops. But there's, like I said, there's like kind of an honor system to it. Going and, basically poaching people like you're describing, like telling people you want to do a PvE, a co-op experience with them, and then screwing up their stuff. I'm sorry, that's just like, that falls under like, that's like gaming pond scum right there. I mean, who would take the time to even, I mean, you have to be seriously pathetic to like even devote the time to something like that because you think it'd be fun. Hey, what's up, Russell? How's it going, buddy? Well, isn't that where Bullet? Isn't that where land claim blocks come in? Like if you have a land claim radius around your stuff, like other players can't destroy it, right? And they can't place blocks or anything. Is my understanding. Do I have that right? Sorry, my chat uh, just crapped out on my tablet, but I got it back up now. If I missed anything. How's it going, what Russ Lord? I was just talking about you a minute ago, actually. How's your game going? That's great. That's great. Well, that's what I told you, man. It's one of those things. It's like you just got to get in there and do it. You know, there's a learning curve on the game, so it can be like really daunting to get started. Like, like I said, when I started, I was having trouble just staying in food and drink long. Just that was the whole challenge for me. I didn't even have time to do anything else but look for food and drink because I couldn't hunt and I was scared to death of fighting zombies because I didn't know what I was doing. So basically, it just like that really narrows things down for you quickly. Needless to say, um, but it's just one of those things. Just do a lot of different starts until you feel like you're on it, and it sounds like you are, and that's great. That's awesome. How far in? How far in are you? What day are you on? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Um, had the 28-day horde night, and then went and got my bartering skill at a couple traders up to or went to a couple traders to get my bartering skill up. I'm up in like, I think I'm like 42 or something, so it was enough to get the second level of secret stash. I got like another 38, 39 points to get to the third. But, you know, I'll work on it as I get stuff together to do it with. And then I came back up north. I'm going to loot this town, you know, this week. I just thought I'd go ahead and get a little start on it this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and actually, with this load, I'm going to go ahead and head back, though. I was going to, like, set up a little outpost over here. Not to the extent that I did over to the east, but... and just stay over here and just loot, you know, and just do what you know, camp out on a roof or something until I get it looted. But I want to work on gun crafting tonight, so I need to be at the chemistry table to do it. But, you know, pretty low key. I don't know if you were around. I found we've got 6 towns on this map that I've seen so far. I don't really need that. This can go. This can go. Stick that in the forge. That can definitely go. Take the duct tape. Guess I'll take the casings and that. Anything else? Maybe the oil? No. I'll leave the oil. Take the mechanical parts. You know what? Actually, we'll leave that. We'll take the springs. Ish. Like, I kind of know the design I'm gonna go for. There's a Crackpot Texas has a design up on his YouTube channel that's real simple, involving horizontal poles and wedge tips. And I always, when I saw it about a month ago, or maybe it might have even been before that, I was all into drop bases, you know, but I'm not really doing it. But I just did that drop base twice, and the last one ended in a bug, as you're well aware at this point, I'm sure. And if you know, I know you were around for it, but if you've been on this streaming this game, you've heard me probably bitch about it at least every other game day since then, because I'm still a little salty about it, because I love that freaking base and I really like that map a lot. You know, this map's turned out to be okay, but I like that map a lot better than this one. But I just don't have it in me to do that same base again, so I'm thinking this might be a good opportunity to try that Crackpot Texas base. And if it works out, I may build over it. I screwed around a little bit in creative to see what kind of structural integrity that setup would give me to build up, and the way I had it laid out, it seemed okay. I was even able to take out a pillar and everything, assuming it was on, you know, it had to all be in concrete. or reinforced concrete, but I was able to even take out one of, it stands on 4 pillars, and I was able to like take out one of them, and it was still good. And it's, big. It's not. It's like nice size. Like you could put a lot of stuff like up in there. So I may do that. Maybe. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. I might put it just like slightly south of here, because that'll kind of put me between this town and the hub. But there's a military base right there. I don't know if I want to be right next to it, the place I was thinking about. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll stick it down in that original town, like just keep it all together. It'd be kind of nice to have a horde base option on both sides of the map, though. So, I don't know. I still have to decide. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to try to get at least one more week out of the other one. Also, before I forget, hold on, I'm gonna get where I'm going, and so I can make a note. Well, here, I'll go ahead and tell you. And I see we've got couple other people on the stream right now, and they're welcome to. I'm not gonna stop. I was gonna wrench that. They're welcome to join in the festivities also. I have been getting crashes and various glitches for about the last 3 or 4 game days. Yesterday's game day yesterday ended in a crash. A couple days before that did. The day before that did. And usually when you get the crashes, that's when the fat lady's starting to warm up, and the god of bugs is about to hand you an MD5 error. At least that's been my experience while streaming these things. Not so much when I play on my own, which leads me to suspect that the Twitch app that I use to cast from might be contributing to this, and I might try to investigate a way to. I have been investigating a way to cast through my PC. I have a capture card that I can use, but whether I want to deal with setting all that up is to be seen. There's another way you can do it using the Windows Xbox app, and then you can just cast OBS from that. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do exactly yet, but I may change the way I cast just to maybe try to help this situation a little bit. Or I might just stop playing 7 days on console altogether until we get the console patch, which would probably be the smart thing to do. But in any case, we're making a little game of this one. Now that the crashes have started, I'm gonna do some kind of giveaway to the person I'm taking bets. The person who picks the day closest, either the day of or the day closest to when I get my MD5 error on this game. So far, Open Range has claimed day 34 and Bullet has claimed day 37. So if anybody wants to claim a day in chat, have at it, and I will put you in on the competition. I'm thinking it'll probably be like a gift card for like a code for like your choice of Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. Whatever your choice of system. Basically, it'll probably be like, I'm thinking $20, basically. So place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. You might win a, this isn't a very big stream, and we've only got 2 bets so far. You could very well be the proud recipient of a shiny new game card. Well, I was going to try to boost gunsmithing, but I don't have a whole lot in the way of of supplies for that. I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. Maybe we can start digging the I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do one here. I thought about it. Digging out a place to put a bedroll. Like 100 blocks away, in case the bedroll theory of MD5s is true. I don't know that it is though, because while I was digging the one at the other outpost, some guy came in and said he's gotten them like without even having a bedroll. So who knows? It sucks because I love this game and I want to keep playing. There's a million things I want to do with it, and I really dig the console version, despite popular opinion that it's not worth playing. I think it's incredibly worth playing before moving on to the PC version because it is obviously better. But it's like I just started playing this game a year ago, and my work here is not yet done. It's getting close, but it's not yet done. But the MD5 error that erases basically things you've done in a chunk, most commonly your base, in a game that's, sort of premised around building is a not a small problem. Rustlord's claiming day 42. Okay. Yeah, I forget when the last one was. I think day 39 was when the last one hit, which is real super early. That's the thing that surprises me about this. I don't know why I'm getting them so freaking early. The one I had before was until like the 70s. Oh. Anybody else? Any other speculation? We have 34, 37, and 42 are now claimed. Well, that was my theory too, but now by spreading out, I've done like, I mean, I don't have as many forges up, and I haven't built, nearly as much, obviously, but I have like, you know, just as many trees planted and just as many farm plots because I've explored the world. I got more markers out all over the place. I mean, God only knows what it is that sets these things off, or if there even is something that sets them off. I think because the Twitch app on Xbox is like, it works. It's fine for watching stuff, and it does, its job for casting. But it's real laggy and like, kind of sluggish. And I can't help but think that it's not optimized very well, and just might even be a little bit of a resource hog. And every time I've gotten the MD5 error, it's been when I've been casting. And I, cast with the Twitch app on Xbox, and I can't help but think that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm just speculating, really. I mean, who freaking knows? It's probably, for all anyone knows, it's probably like a completely unavoidable thing, and it's just, totally random. As a user of technology, we like to think that things are predictable and, and all that, but I think this is just such a deep-rooted bug in the game, and something about Xbox that, it's because it's unique to Xbox. Okay, it's north, right? North is out of here? Yes. It's your frame situation. Yeah, we're good. We're a little light on wood, but I'm going to go ahead and do this because we have nothing else to do tonight. I don't know. We'll see. It's like it just seems like it's like clockwork. Once the freaking crashes start, it's like a few days after that usually. So, maybe I'll make it to day, 250, and I'll just have crashes all the time. But my bet is that we get an MD5 error rather soon, because that's just, if history is any indicator. Digging a hole. Essentially, I'm gonna like just create a little room to stick like 100 blocks away to stick a bedroll in, like I did at the other one, just in case that there's a theory that it hits where your bedroll is, and people have said it. They've still gotten it. Who knows? I just need some. We got a whole night ahead of us, and I don't have enough stuff to work on gunpowder, so I'm doing this. Oh, and I forgot to throw my bedroll, by the way. I gotta remember to do that. I'm still bound down at the southern spot. That would suck. Bedrock. Okay. Yeah. No, I can use all this. So got a bunch of lead coming down too. A bit. So so what day are you in your game, Russell? That's awesome. Well, keep at it, man. That's great. It's really it's the I think that's the most fun I had in the game was when it all like well learning because I like games with learning curves. So like figuring it all out and like finding what works and everything. It was frustrating at times, but it's super duper fun. But then when it all comes together and you actually like start doing it, like in a game from the start, that's awesome too. What kind of horde based setup are you going with? Probably about 80 or 100 blocks. I don't know. I'm gonna check it here in a minute. I'm gonna do one more set here, and then. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48. That's cool. That's cool. I think from playing with it with this one, doing upgrades to it and whatnot. The key upgrades being the pillars, because if one of those comes down, you might be screwed. But they don't really hit those. They're just as a fluke. They'll catch a little incidental damage here and there, but but the spikes, because the spikes are key to that base. Get them upgraded in iron, as far as they'll go whenever you can. And you'll be pretty safe there. The only caveat being, I think the party's over with that base once you start getting cops, unless you can drop them fast. Unless you can see them before they get there and drop them fast. Because if a cop blows up under that thing, you might be finished. Okay, I think that's 50. I'm going to look at the map, make sure we're not... No, we're just now like across the street. So that's cool. Yeah, you got to be at least in the early game, you got to be judicious about your gun use because ammo is limited. You have to either make it or buy it or find it, and you got to be able to repair them as well. Five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, 79, and 80. That's great. So I think 80 should do it. What's a chunk, Bullet? It's like 14 blocks, 16, like something like that. I always forget. Oh, that's awesome, Rustlord. I've never rushed the mini bike, but I gotta say I've really enjoyed it on this one. Definitely gets you mobile. Conquer the map on a mini bike. Damn it. I went a little further than I thought, but symmetry is important. It's ridiculous, but important nonetheless. do it like that. Cool. And we will continue working on that as the evenings dictate. There's really not much else to do. I just got to put in the ladder, and I'll probably finish out the floor, stick some torches down there in my bedroll, and that'll be that. All right, guys. Well, I like to stop the game around this time every night to try to avoid crashes and the dreaded MD5 error that we get here on Xbox. Um, so I'm gonna stop this here. I don't know, Rustlord, if I'm gonna do another one or not. Let's see, it's 2. I think I might. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna try to wind down and get some sleep. I've been staying up too late casting lately, and my sleep's gotten a little off, and it's kind of making me drag a bit during the day. So I'm gonna try to wind down and crash and pick this up tomorrow when I have time. But if I'm not asleep in half an hour or so, I'll probably jump back on. Just watch for me or set the notifications or something. Sorry, I can't give you a better answer. But that's basically the long and short of it. I'm gonna try to crash, and if I can, I'll be back. But either way, I'll be streaming tomorrow at some point when I have time. And thanks for appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon.